Hi guys, I'm Tammy. I'm with Mandy from Seek Heavenly Things, and I'm part of the 12, and I'm about to read part 7. Of course, before I start, let me reiterate a few things. We're going to talk about frequencies and also the wineskin process. Once again, all that is just removing your impurities, asking Jesus to take away your pain, your sadness, depression, anger, bitterness, jealousy. And it is an ongoing process. It's just not your one and done. It is an ongoing process because we're trying to heal from our past. And some days you feel like it's never going to end, but it will. And the whole purpose of that is to activate Jesus's heart of flesh. Once you really believe that Jesus finished all sins on the cross, past, present, or future, you receive his heart of flesh, and you need to activate that light. Why wouldn't you want to activate that light? Why, once you're saved, your goal is to try to be Christ-like, correct? So why wouldn't you want to remove your impurities, to be more like Jesus, to be more Christ-like, right? That's all it is. And I don't understand why people come against that. Don't you want to become a better person? I mean, if you honestly think that you don't have any impurities to remove and you're perfect, that's pride. That's pride. And if you think you're always right, that means you have no room to grow at all. And once again, isn't our goal is to be more Christ-like? So you have to remove all that because all that junk is in the way and you can't see. So you have to remove that junk so you can actually see. Eyes to see and ears to hear. That's what Jesus said. Eyes to see and ears to hear. So it's really simple. It's an annoying process, I'll admit. Some days you're good, some days you're crying, some days you're mad, some days you're happy, but you're realizing your emotions instead of burying it down like society wants us to do. Instead of burying it down, you bring it up to the surface and you release it. And weight is lifted off of you. So why wouldn't you want to do that? You know? You want to become a better person. You want to be more like Christ, more like Jesus. So we have to remove that to become like that. Make sense? Anyways, la-di-dee, la-di-da, yabba-dabba-doo, yabba-dabba-dee, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Y'all know from a Living Color back in the day. Anyways, that was a skit that they did. Okay. This was posted on Mandy's page on 12/10 of this year. God's physical calendar is 4/5. God's spiritual calendar is 9/5. And God's true Gregorian is 6/27. 6/27/2023. Jesus gave me amazing visions in heaven. This is Mandy speaking. And he said, G, which is her husband, G and I got married that day in the spirit. So happy anniversary in the spirit, my beautiful Adam. Part 7, new message proving Jesus speaks to me live for all the plagiarism remarks. But all this fits now very long. Everything he has been speaking with the 18 parts. So there will be parts that I will go back to part 19 when it's finished. Love you all. Even what I comment today in the chat on the Jess Live today, the 345 is prophesied in this message. Jesus is speaking and he is coming to wake his children up. We were all on Zoom and I was finishing up a message about AI. Jesus started to speak to me live on the spot, and that was on April 7th of this year at 4:30 p.m. The Zoom was 57 minutes and 46 minutes. When I read the message, Jesus likes to timestamp, so you'll see numbers that I'm speaking. That's just timestamping it. Part 7, you're going to have those correct frequencies. And over time, as I am activating the light inside your heart and removing the impurities of your soul, 4305, which is why after salvation, the wineskin process is so important to wake you up and change you, because you don't want the trauma to be attached to the perfect heart of flesh that I'm giving you. That's activating the light inside of you, because then it will contaminate my heart of flesh, my perfect heart of flesh. And I will not allow contamination on that perfect true light, because you can't mix light with darkness, which is why the wineskin process is so important. Yes, you are sanctified by my blood on the cross. You are sanctified by believing believing in me that I died and finished every single thing, that I came in the flesh for you. But after that, it's your walk with me. It's your growth with me. It's your purification process with me. It is absolutely every single thing that I'm teaching all of my children, to not only make you become one with the Father and myself, but it's to help you grow spiritually, to get you back to the purpose of why you were even created, for earth purposes, because you were created in heaven for the beautiful kingdom. But now the creation of the constellations and the earth and every single world that I put you all in, and you are connected to every single world. But now I am connecting all of your frequencies to those worlds, which is what the waves is all about, which is why I have to send Mandy and G out to do the wave mission, 4426. All of that has to happen because of Adam and Eve in the garden from the very beginning, which is why they have to start everything, 4433. However, I told you before, you do not know certain surprises that I have for each of you, 4440. Because not only am I doing the wave missions with them, I'm also doing the angel mission with certain people. I'm also doing the sun blocking with certain people. I'm also changing the moon with certain people, and the timing and the hourglass with certain people. So every one of you has importance of this group and why you are here. I just need you to believe in yourself and know why you were created and what all of this means and what they're trying to do with the frequencies. 4509. And I'm done with my rant. I love you, my children, he said, and I am your Lord God, Yeshua HaMashiach. I come in the flesh, I bled and died on the cross and rose on the third day. And I am speaking. I've been speaking this entire time. Read the remembrance of the great-grandmothers. You're going to get the grandfather book as well. That's going to combine I think it says read the remembrance of the grandmothers. You're about to get the grandfather book as well. That's going to combine the grandmother with the grandfather book. But that will be when you are going on your missions to bring back these new revelations in these books. And Cassie is going to have the Holy Bible, the one that was never touched by man, that's going to have all the truth in it, of all the books they took out, of all the true Jews. There's a reason why the Bible talks about the false Jews. Why? They have done everything to hide that from you, to change it, because they wanted the Bible to look like it was false. They wanted the Bible to look like it was contradictions after contradictions. No, the Bible is perfect the way I designed it to be, because I allow the devil to change it through translations. I allow the devil to take out words because I'm going to be fulfilling all those missing pieces. And that's when I bring back the true guidelines that were turned into the commandments. That's when I bring back the true Holy Bible, 4623. My true word that was not deceived by anything. And when I say the Holy Bible, the one you have on earth is still correct. It is because I've allowed it to be correct. But there's certain translation that is correct. But when you don't have the pieces and there's certain pieces that are missing, it makes the translation wrong because you didn't have the piece. So this is why they've changed certain words to certain translations, because they didn't understand how it all tied together, because they didn't have all the missing pieces. Doesn't that make sense? Makes complete sense. Anyways, stick around for part 8. Mwah.